Aloha everyone, this is Lenora, Hawaii's Pickle Lady. Today I'm going to show you how to make an easy coffee cake using Bisquick. And these are the ingredients here. It is very fast. It's a three-part recipe. It's the cake, and then we have the topping, and then the icing. And this recipe goes out to it's in memory of Claudette Rapozo. It's one of my daughter's classmates' mom who passed away, and she loved to make this recipe, and but unfortunately the kids don't have the recipe. So and she loved to share it and make it for her family.
Thank you, Auntie Leonora, for doing a video in honor of my mom, Claudette Rapozo. My name is Kyra Santos, and my mom loved baking coffee cake for us on Saturday mornings. Now, my mom having 5 kids and a full-time job, the week was super busy. So being able to spend time around the dining table on Saturday and sharing some delicious coffee cake was one of my most memorable and cherished memories I have growing up. Here's an added secret as well. My mom loved to drizzle syrup over her piece of coffee cake. So enjoy this recipe and be sure to comment how it came out and what you loved most about it.
So the first thing I'm gonna do is I have some butter in here, and I'm gonna beat it up. So the butter has been softened. Remember, you always have to soften your butter at room temperature, leave it out a couple hours, and otherwise it'll be moving all over the place and it's hard to mix. So we'll put in some of the brown sugar. Just a minute. Mix this up. And then the rest of it. And then you can see I have a plastic pad so it doesn't move all over. Now I have some eggs, one at a time. And then another one. And then I'm adding some cinnamon and some vanilla. Gonna mix it up. Now I have some plain yogurt. And I use plain because you don't want to use the flavored yogurt. It's a different flavor and it'll throw it off. You can use regular yogurt or Greek yogurt, it's fine. Now I have some Bisquick. I'm just going to pour it all in and slowly mix it up. Okay, I'll scrape the bowl a little bit. I have a rubber spatula and I'm cleaning the sides of the bowl so everything will be mixed up good. Okay, one more time. Okay. Now that's all for this. You see how quick that was? Just a few minutes. Anybody can do this. Okay. Now I have a 9x13 pan and I've greased it, or I've sprayed some non-stick spray on it. And then I'm just going to pour this right into the pan and spread it evenly. This is kind of thin, but that's okay, because we're going to put the topping over it and we're going to cook it all together. Okay, I can see why Claudette made this recipe, because it's very fast, and she had, I think, about 5 kids, so she was a pretty busy person. And being a mother myself, you have to make things that are quick and easy. Okay, now we're going to make the topping, and first of all I'm putting in Bisquick and some brown sugar and some cinnamon. Gonna mix it all up. Now I'm gonna add the butter. And then I'm just gonna kind of cut this in and mix it up. So we want it crumbly and nice. It only takes a few seconds. So you see how crumbly this is? That's what you want. You don't want it all mixed up like a batter or a dough. And so I'm going to add the rest of the walnuts and just mix it up. And now it's a nice crumbly crust that you will have that will sit on the coffee cake. So I've washed my hands and I'm going to crumble this because this is the easiest way. Sprinkle it all over the cake. So just do that. And when it bakes, it'll form a nice crust. Just sprinkle it all over. It seems like a lot, but it's not. It'll be nice and crusty. So anybody can help you with this. Little kids can do this too because there's hardly any mess involved and it's very quick. Try to get it as evenly as possible. Now behind me the oven is preheated to 375. So for those of you who are baking for the first time, you always have to preheat your oven. Otherwise, if you put it in a cold oven, the temperature will be off. So always preheat your oven. It takes about 10 or 15 minutes, okay? So now we put it in to see if it's done. It left the sides of the pan and I'm putting the cake tester in, and when it comes out clean, it's done. So now I'm going to make the icing with powdered sugar and melted butter and also adding some vanilla. It's still kind of stiff, so you have to add a little bit of milk, not too much, a little at a time, and mix it up really good until it's the consistency of pancake batter. But you don't want it too thin or too thick. Now I'm going to put some in the bag, and I have a small Ziploc bag, and I always fold it back so it won't be messy when I close it up. So I'm just going to pour some in here. I can do more later. And I close it up. Now this glaze is optional. Some people don't want it so sweet, so you don't have to put it. I'm just going to put it on some just to show you how it looks. Now the other thing is on the very tip, I just cut off a little bit, and so that there's a hole, not too big a hole. Okay. Okay, let's talk about how it looks. You see, I like nuts, and the nuts gives it another dimension. And then when you eat it, it adds to the crunch too. So just drizzle it in any pattern that you want, diagonal, crisscross, whatever. You can put it on each individual piece. There it is, the coffee cake. Now to taste it. Now one thing is that this has no coffee in it. The reason why it's called coffee cake is because in the olden days, people made this and they like to eat it when they had hot coffee. So that's why it's called coffee cake. So everybody, when you say coffee cake, they're all familiar with this. So I've drizzled some of the glaze on it, and now I'm going to taste it. It's very delicate. You can see very moist inside. I've seen some that seem to be very dry, but I like this one because it's moist. So I'll taste it. Very good. So delicious. It's crunchy from the topping, and I can taste the nuts in there, and I can taste the sweetness. And I didn't put too much of the glaze, but you can put as much as you like. So really good. So I hope you all try it, and I hope this video does justice to Claudette Rapozo, because this is in memory of her. So if you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button. So comment and subscribe. Click that bell so that you'll be notified whenever we make great videos like this. Mahalo, and thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.